I am willing to accept that this is just a me problem, but am I the only one who doesn't fully accept who The Last Jedi is supposed to be? The director claims it's Luke, and that's very possible, but you could make a case for at least 6 different characters. And we're about to get into major spoiler territory, so click away if you don't want that in your life. Also, before you watch and get upset, this video is more to raise a discussion over give you a solid answer. So I am interested in hearing what you think about this topic after you watch this video. Starting with the most obvious, Luke could definitely be the Last Jedi. He does have an epic battle with Kylo Ren through astral projection, then Luke becomes one with the Force. So that's definitely the last of his major role in these movies. He actually is somewhat a Jedi, although he left Dagobah before he got anywhere close to finishing his training, and Luke was too lazy to even read the Jedi books that he lived next to for years. And even though I strongly argue that Luke is not a Jedi in this other video, I do accept that people think of him as a Jedi Knight. Still, I'm not sure that Luke is the right answer. The next obvious choice for the last Jedi is Rey, as she received minimal training from Luke. But if Luke didn't finish his training, yet he goes around training others anyways, that's like someone getting a black belt over YouTube and then opening a dojo. It just kinda sucks. Luke's not really a professional with any authority to train others, but again, personal feelings aside, Rey is a clear candidate to be considered as the Last Jedi now that Kylo has chosen the dark side and Luke has passed on. Rey definitely has great power levels and a strong ability to tap into the Force, although I really wonder if Rey's just good at Force using, or if the issue is that most other Force users are dead now, so she has more Force available to her disposal. Dale from Network 1901 has actually talked a lot more in depth about this Force well concept. This was just kind of an idea that we came to separately about the same time. But Rey also comes off as a morally strong, independent young woman, so she'd be great to bring back the Jedi Order, but I'm just not completely sold on her. We also see that Leia uses the Force for the first time in any Star Wars movie. She is the twin of Luke, so she's probably seen and learned a lot with him over the years, but the way she uses the Force leaves me with more questions than answers. I mean, did Leia actually command the Force on her own, or was it just so strong within her that her body activated some self-preservation mode so she wouldn't die? The Last Jedi kind of abandons the topic after that scene, and she was half dead at the time, so I'm not sure what to think. Fourth on my list for who could really be the Last Jedi is Kylo Ren. We learned that during his days as Ben Solo, Luke took Ben and some other young ones off for Jedi training, which, considering how young the younglings are when they get taken into the Order, I'm really surprised that Leia and Han would agree to that. If you recall, Anakin was something like 8 years old in Episode 1, and Yoda couldn't stop complaining that he was too old to become a Jedi because that age is already corrupted. Well, it's no wonder that Ben hates his entire family if his parents gave him away at like 4 years old and his uncle tried to kill him. But the struggle within Kylo Ren is not fully resolved in my opinion. I think his character is going to bounce around a lot more and ultimately end up with Kylo and Rey trapped in this battle where they're equal with each other so neither can win, and the only hope for saving the galaxy is to switch Kylo back to the light side? Is that the proper alternate name here? I'm not sure. The dark side has so much better recruitment marketing, but Kylo has likely had more Jedi training than Rey, since we see Luke trying to kill him as a teenager, so even though he's conflicted right now, or maybe downright Sith after the end of The Last Jedi, Kylo is still effectively more Jedi trained than anyone else alive right now. Then we could make the argument, although it might not be very strong, that the little boy moving the broom with the Force is the true Last Jedi. He's young, he's able to tap into the Force, he's actually the most prime material to be a Jedi right now. The only thing holding him back is a lack of formal education. And finally, the sixth possibility for the Last Jedi is the only true Jedi of the entire lot, Master Yoda's Force Ghost. Being a Jedi makes for a weird afterlife because you don't really die, you just give up your physical form to be part of the Force, and some Jedis have figured out how to come back as Force ghosts. Yoda actually drops in on Luke and guides him. Even as a ghost, Yoda's power powers are so strong that he sets all the ancient Jedi texts on fire. It was as if Yoda himself was destroying the Jedi Order and saying, this group is done, it's time to move on to something that makes sense in today's universe. Yoda even gives Luke grief because Luke has never read any of the old books. So since Luke isn't a full Jedi and has too many emotions to really ever be considered a true Jedi, Rey and Kylo were trained by someone who just started calling themselves a Jedi Master. No one gave Luke that title. Leia has zero training and probably very little usage of the Force, and that broom kid is still a nobody made to give viewers a glimpse of things to come. Yoda sincerely feels like the best option to name the Last Jedi, as he was even the last Jedi to ever live. Or there's the seventh option that, since the word Jedi is plural, that means it's referring to all the above mentioned characters who are the last in different ways. I encourage you to leave your thoughts in the comments, but keep it respectful. Everyone has an opinion, and I hate it when people turn into rabid 5-year-olds with no manners. It might not be reality, but theories are more fun. Well, that's all I have for now, but this video's not quite over yet. I get a lot of comments that say, do a theory on this topic, but I've already done those theories. So please consider going to my main channel page and clicking on the video tab so that way you can see everything I've done. You will probably find a lot of things you like that you never even knew that I posted. I want to let you know that I also have 2 other channels, Say Halo Goodbye Gaming and the Fanily Family Vlogs. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed enough to hit subscribe and share. I can use all the help I can get to let other people know that this channel exists. And if you made it this far, leave me a comment that says something like, hey, I made it to the end, and then let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. I can't make any promises, but the more people that request something, the more I can look into it. Okay, well, I love you. I'll see you in the next video.